And we're back with another episode of Let's Play King's Quest 3. It is heir to whatever. Heir to be king. Or heir to be, is it heir to be human? To heir is human? Whatever. Let's keep moving because we got to get back, and clearly Alexander's family is not holding up too well with all the shenanigans and tomfoolery they're dealing with. And so time is of the essence. For our sister, apparently, Rosella might be getting turned into a, how does one put it? A sacrifice. So we want to prevent that from happening at all costs. So let's keep moving, because we're not out of the woods yet. Because literally, we're in some woods right now. Oh, hey, look.
It's an owl wearing a waistcoat and monocle.
That is an actual reference. But it makes you wonder, does it not? Graham, it's a poisonous snake. Let's keep moving. So we head up into the cold bleakness of the mountain. Actually, before we get too far, we'll have that ready to go. Beautiful area. Beautiful artwork. We keep on trucking. How bad of a land could this possibly be?
As you make your way through the mountains, you suddenly notice something approaching you in the distance. Something that doesn't seem friendly.
Uh-oh.
I love a warm meal.
It's albino
You try
Chewbacca.
to fake an impression of chilliness.
Now, don't sell yourself short.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, we gotta skedaddle. Into the cave we go. Remember our sleep powder.
Did you bring me any seasoning? I'm fresh out.
You know,
Hastily shake your head.
No matter.
wait. I got the best seasoning. Have
You
some.
quickly pour the remaining sleeping powder on the floor. You hope there's enough left to affect the Yeti.
Good night, sweet prince. The Prince of Blubber. And he's down. All of this could arguably be references to later games too. The Yeti, the owl with the waist, with the petticoat and the monocle. Keep these things in mind for later installments in the series. Me, there's a good chance I'll forget. Ooh, almost fell down that hole. So I gotta be a little more careful. Come on. There we go. Okie dokie. The one thing everybody does hate about this game is this little puzzle. Let's go ahead and save. As we go in.
These caves are really dark, but you feel a draft coming from two separate ways ahead of you.
So which passage will go first? To do second. We'll do second again. And then we want to do first. First. Strangely enough, then we do second. I don't think I'm doing this right. First. And then there to there. And if we did it right, yep, here he comes.
Lost, aren't we? Let me show you around a little bit.
And then we want to make a save here. We'll save in the second slot as the cute Christmas music plays. Christmassy music. So we need to go to the first. Now the deal is if we go in the wrong one, we'll bump into him. And then of course that's going to end our little mini game here. Pick first again. And then from here, we want to make sure we do second. And if we did it right, the Yeti will then allow for us to get it the hell out of Dodge. And then we should do second, and that should put us to the left. And then now we have a way to get out of here, so we're definitely going to exploit that. Because if we pick first, it should take us right over there.
Thanks to your navigational skills, you've managed to outwit the abominable snowman, and the way to Daventry is clear.
Fucking A. What a bitch. Save. And let's get the hell out of Dodge. And get back to Daventry. But come on. It's like you get so close to the edge, yet it doesn't quite register. Alright. Oh my goodness, we've come a long way, guys. This poor guy's put up with so much shit. I can't help but feel bad for him, and there's still some more shit yet to come. Clearly. Guess we'll head down. And clearly all hell is breaking loose. Oh, Jesus! Ah! No. Can't go that way, so let's go in here. And we will make our way kind of this way. There's not really that many ways to go. It's up, 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 up. Alright, we're gonna make a save. Let us go ahead and...
The jar of invisibility ointment.
Yeah, that's what I want. Oh boy, there's our dragon, there's Rosella. Let's use this. So we cannot be seen. And if any of you remember the dragon from the first King's Quest, you know what we gotta do here. To a degree.
The dirty brown storm brew sloshes around in the half-filled glass jar.
Mm-hmm. Let's make it rain!
Stormy brew. Churn anew.
Let me move Kitty Cat out of the way there. They're just kind of sitting, leaning here against my desk. Oh, the memories. Goodbye, Felicia. And he's down. On the ground. All right.
Tie your sister.
I thank you, my brave sir. Come, we must journey to my father's castle. My parents will be anxious to meet their daughter's rescuer. Do Do I know you?
Perhaps. We may have shared a cradle once.
I beg your pardon?
My name is Alexander, of Daventry.
Rosella regards you with a look of bewilderment, then a hint of suspicion.
Prove it.
I don't know how I could.
My mother told me once that my brother had a peculiar birthmark
Right on his butt crack.
Well, in that case,
on his right buttock.
I see. Well, if that is what it will take to prove it to you.
And it's the tattoo of a crown.
Thank you. I am sorry I did not believe you. Brother.
They could have put it anywhere.
After all you've been through,
But on his
I understand
butt?
completely. I just hope I don't have to prove my identity to the entire kingdom this way.
That would be really funny.
Tell me about our parents.
Our mother, Queen Valenice, is as kind as she is beautiful. She is also wise and counsels father when he is in need of advice.
And our father?
King Graham has been the bravest and most honorable man this kingdom has ever known. It is only in recent years that our country's misfortunes have taken their toll on him.
I wish I could have been there for him.
You are here now. I think that seeing you will do a great deal to mend his ailing heart.
All right, let's skedaddle. Wait a minute.
Why did the dragon come to Daventry?
I do not know. On occasion, I have heard Father mumble something about a curse. He would not speak to me of it, though. Nor would Mother.
Most curious.
All right, let's get moving here. Make a save. 'Cause we're in the home stretch, guys. We've come a long way. And poor Alexander. It's actually one of the characters you kind of feel bad for when you really think about the logistics of what's happened to him. I mean, imagine 18 years spent with an asshole wizard. Though you have to wonder, he stole him as a baby. Did the wizard, like, raise him? Because I'm pretty sure for at least 6 of those years, Alexander was not very useful, probably, to that wizard. To So, I don't know. But it's hard to say. It's just part of the story. Come on. If you try to rationalize it, you're just going to disappoint yourselves. Let's keep moving. So you can see the big fireball that was there is not there anymore.
Milady, you are free. Could it be to do with the sudden storm I beheld atop Cloud Mountain?
Indeed it was. And I have this noble man to thank for rescuing me.
Incredible! And to think that the dragon is dead and gone after all this time. He is dead and gone, right?
Completely.
Oh, amazing! Noble sir, whom do I and all of Daventry thank for this miracle?
Go ahead.
Good sir, I am Prince Alexander of Daventry.
I'm not the kid from
Gnome gives you
Twilight.
a thoroughly mystified look. Then gradually a grin begins to spread over his old wrinkled face. The grin becomes a great smile, and soon the gnome is overcome with joy.
Wonderful, sensational, marvelous news! Yes, it is you, isn't it? I knew it. From the moment I saw you, I just knew it.
Then what did you just ask?
Shh! I must run to the castle and let everybody know. The dragon is dead and Prince Alexander has returned.
Sweet. Alright, we gotta keep moving. So move we shall. That looks fun. On really quick. Do we ever
The orb pulsates with renewing energy.
keep that in
The
mind?
statuette resembles two hands cupped together. What it was doing under Saren's guard, you have no idea.
All right, we're gonna make a save. Clearly, this is a timing issue.
Hey, fire really does burn.
As we just caught fire.
Today's special, Prince a la carte.
Which is why we save. We made it. We'll save again.
Mind your footing, Alexander. The ground up ahead doesn't look stable.
Okay, and that part that's shaking is where we cannot walk. And thus we will make our way across. Let us continue. Keep continuing. Ignore that. It's a trap. I assure you. That's a familiar looking rock. For anybody wondering, yes, I believe that is the father, and if you interact with him, we have something that he's been wanting for quite a while, and being near him will result in immediate death. And we will be having none of that. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of like a trap. Like, you've done all this stuff, you might still have something left over you think you could use on him. You can't, so don't try, it's a waste. I think we aced the game. It makes me feel better about not acing King's Quest 2, though. So, I think we did. I think we aced it. Oh, the nerves get rattling as we get close to the end, you know?
Rosella! The Royal Weaver told us of your rescue. I could scarcely believe it. And this?
Rumpelstiltskin.
Is Prince Alexander of Daventry.
Sup, Ma?
Son?
Yes, Mother.
My heart has ached with longing for this day. Your absence has been a terrible burden for us all. Come, your father awaits us.
Man, it's been quite a journey. It really has for our young friend Alexander. Just to think, you know, the fact that these remakes better connect the story. I have to say it's so far becoming I've never actually sat and played all of them back to back like this. This is a new experience for me to play them this close back to back. So, and I'm finding that this was a great decision. I wasn't originally going to do it. I was just going to play through King's Quest 1. It was so short. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll do King's Quest 2. And then just to feel that of the connection of these games, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do the third one too. And I'm glad I did. I really am glad that I did. It's quite an experience. And those of you who remember that orb we got from the first pirate lord or whatever on Treasure Island, It's one of the Infinity Stones. And the world is slowly starting to recover. Thanks to the power of the this orb. There's no real knowledge to what it might be. It could be it could be a reference to one of the stones from the Romancing the Stones from King's Quest 2, the green stone, the stone of renewal, or rebirth, and you could argue this might be what it is. It's hard to say. I don't think it is I don't think it is that stone. This is, I think, completely something completely different. But it's definitely helping. Restore the kingdom of Daventry. Okay. Pew pew. And it's all
so
returned.
Ends the first. At last.
Father!
Rosella, are you all right?
As good as can be. Father, you look
drunk.
As one who has worried more than any thought possible, for longer than most thought him capable. Do not concern yourself. Is this?
Yes, Father.
Aww.
I hadn't dared hope for this moment.
The both of them hugging while wearing muscle tees.
Why does your crown glow?
I don't... Wait. The father wanted the crown to find the item. This must be it.
That old thing.
Who is the father?
It doesn't matter. Today, his search ends.
Perhaps that will end his curse. Perhaps its second will not come to pass.
Yes, perhaps. Let us adjourn to the throne room.
Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder indeed.
I have traveled many roads, some joyful, others dark. They have led me far and wide through all manner of danger. Yet they always brought me home, to Daventry.
Where I poop freely on my other
Your
throne.
road, Alexander, has led you from us. For the longest time, we lost all hope of seeing you again.
For the longest time.
But the road, it seems, saw fit to return you as well.
Well, that's just dandy. The family reunited.
Along every step of my journeys, I have worn this, my adventurer's hat, a symbol of my zeal and youth. It is right that it should now pass to younger blood. Receive it, and know the man who was your father. May it lead you to fortune and great adventure as much as this world will share. To your futures.
And we don't get to see who catches his hat. It's a nice little way to end that. But that is the end of King's Quest 3 to Heir is Human. I think is what it was. Again, these remakes, I think, do a really good job encompassing King's Quest 1 through 3 very well. Again, there are people who have a very soft spot for the originals, and I do too. I still, maybe one of these days, if this Let's Play gets really popular, maybe I'll pull out the original text ones, and I'll give those a whirl. But ultimately, it's not necessary. This is the superior way to enjoy the story, because all of the references from King's Quest 1 through 3 in these remakes actually reappear in King's Quest 4, 5, 6, 7. Not so much 7, but 4, 5, 6, and there's some references actually of 8, though we'll see if we can do 8 or not. I'm not committed to it, because number one, it's never been remastered or redone. It has a lot of problems running on Windows 7 and 10 machines. So we'll see. We'll worry about that when we get there. It's also the worst one in the series. Getting back to King's Quest 3. When I first played this, which was many, many years ago, all I remember was dying a lot. And it was a lot of trouble of trial and error. So this may feel like a pretty short game, right? The way I played it. Or uneventful game. But if you're playing this for the first time, those of you who have played this for your first times, I will say that this experience is incredibly unique. And when this game came out, it was unique for the time. You didn't really know what to do. You were set to your own devices, more so than in previous installments. So the first game was very short, very blunted, very specific with what you could and couldn't do. You had to find 3 objects. You could kind of do it in almost any order if you knew what you were doing. And that's its own thing in and of itself. The second game was much more structured, but the world was so much more fast. There's so much more story. There's so much more to do, and so much more to explore. This game, there is a mixture of both. The world is much smaller, okay, because you spend most of the time in an area that's mostly outside of the mountain. And hey, now he locks his door. Excluding where Manamanaman's place was, whatever, and the mountain, you really only had like this grid of 9 squares to visit in this area. So everything that was here, roughly, it was technically a little bit more than that, but it ends up being an issue with that. There's just not that much to do in these areas once you've gradually been progressing through the days. So what you're doing is you've got a notepad like I have here, where I wrote down our password, and you're writing down all of the things you did to receive new ingredients and items. You'll eventually lose, but the idea is that, okay, I now know how to get more of this stuff. Now I keep playing the game from the beginning, grabbing all that stuff in the first day or the first couple of days that I can, using the free time I have to solve the other puzzles to get me more goodies that I need. Once you get into the basement of study, you could start then putting a list together of the things you know you have to find in order to create the spells, and then from there using those spells accordingly to help you progress through the game. With that said, I'm making it sound easy. It's not. It is a process that gives you the same amount of time commitment in this game as you would in pretty much King's Quest 2. I would say it roughly took us 9 to 10... Well, wait a minute. I think King's Quest 2 was like 9 episodes, roughly 30-minute to 40-minute episodes each. So you're talking about 6 hours of game that we did, whereas in this one we completed in under 6 hours. So the other one taking, hold on, let me think, 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't know. It ends up being a little different, right? Or no, we completed this in roughly 3 hours. I'm sorry. So in roughly 3 hours, so 2, 4, so yeah. So we beat this game in half the time it pretty much would take, or a little more than half the time it would take to beat King's Quest 2. So think of it that way, but this is much more intricate. And some people will like that, some people will not. That's why I think King's Quest 3 for a lot of people is very polarizing. Some people don't like the phenomena time thing. Wish they had more time to comfortably explore. And you do technically after the fact, but after dealing with phenomena, but it still makes things rather more drawn out than it needs to be. And I think there are people who've made mod versions of it where the timer doesn't matter.
Congratulations, you finished the game.
So, with that said, y'all, I want to thank you guys. I don't know. Let's see what happens here.
Based on your playing style, you've earned the following secret awards.
I'm not sure what any of this means. Other than I know Roger Wilco is a reference to Space Quest, and then I know Blue Hedgehog Award has something to do with Sonic, but Anywho, yes, you can earn achievements in this game. That's up to you to do if you want. And that will conclude our Let's Play of King's Quest II Heir is Human. As far as the remakes go, I really like King's Quest II Romancing the Stones the most. Originally, as a kid, I found King's Quest III to Heir is Human to be the more interesting installment at the time. When it came to replay value and stuff, it kind of seemed a little bit more lackluster. And then the remakes to me really pushed me into liking 2, because 2 was very blunt as well. The remakes did a better job with the writing, and it clearly shows. So with that said, guys, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JackTarStudios for more live gaming action, as we have just completed King's Quest 3, II Heir is Human, and we will see where we go from here. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.